main point of this video was for me to like show my initial thoughts and like a mini review on my Alienware Area 51 gaming PC. I picked it up a few months ago. It had a i7 5930K, 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, 2 GTX 980s, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I used to have a Thunderbolt display, Apple one, which was like 2K, like 1440, which I then sold, and then I got a Philips 4K 40-inch monitor, and it's with 2 GTX 980s at 4K gaming. It's pretty tight. Anyway, main point of the video was to like show some of the screenshots of my setup, as well as 3D Mark benchmark. Cool. Okay, one of the main things that brought me towards the Area 51 was the FX lighting, of which it's got like a Triforce design triangle on the side and both sides, and like the 3 points or the 3 lines of this triangle are each individually color. You can do like a yellow, red, green, whatever you want to do. It's also got two strips going down the side, same Triforce on the other side, and the Alienware head itself, which is just cool. This is like my main setup. IKEA desk. I've got a, what is it? It's a Philips 4K 60Hz gaming monitor. Well, it's not a gaming monitor, but it's a monitor, mainly for productivity, because obviously you got 4K, so you can fit like a load of programs, as you can see I have. Also, quick shout out, Windows 10, the scaling is a lot better. That's like one of the things I loved about Mac, is the scaling, like you can just put so many windows in. Anyway, moving on. Also picked up Bose Companion something, I'm not too sure. I just like the idea of the circular dial and the touch controls for the volume, which I really liked. Corsair Cherry Max Brown mechanical keyboard, K70, I think, RGB, I'm pretty sure. Got a Blue Yeti microphone I got a long time ago on an Amazon Lightning deal, and have never used it until now. I got a late 2012 MacBook. It's not a Retina, but it's pretty high spec. I've also upgraded the RAM and put a 500 SSD, 500 gig SSD in it. Oh yeah, and you can see on the top of the monitor I've got a Logitech C920, which it's pretty good. It's actually good. I'm like, I don't really do much webcam like video calling or anything, but for like what I'm doing right now, it's great. Cat looks great. Yeah, you do. Sorry. I also picked up an Apple Watch like recently, which I'm really enjoying. As you can see, my cat Trixie, she's left me for the Xbox. It's better. It's warm. What can I say? Anyway, in the picture you can see here that I have some pretty atrocious cable management going on. Again, she's gone. I try my best, but a lot of it was to do with the Bose Companion speaker setup, because the left and right, because they're just not very long, and this obviously, well, luckily they connect to the sub, which if I had the sub middle of the desk it'd be fine, but it just looks kind of funny. Here we have a close-up picture of the Alien head on the front of the desktop. One of the things I did forget to say was it actually has a Blu Ray Drive, as well as an SD card reader, inputs on the front, various USB 3s. It's great. USB 3 on the back, just usual inputs. I'll have it in the description. Again, more atrocious cable management. You can see the triangular design has not held with any of the heat management, just because of all of the cables. One of the things I love about this desk is because it's like black glass, it just mirrors everything up. So say everything's like this, a pretty dark room, and you got like all the lights on the screens, and you got like various things going on. It's just nice. It looks very very classy. One of the things I love about this 4K monitor is the productivity. You can get so many windows on the desktop at one time. Like for instance, and especially now with Windows 10, you can have like various windows open, and similar to Mac, you can scroll over each window, not actually click into the window and alter it by just scrolling up and down. So when I'm power shopping, like sort of 3 windows, 4 windows at a time, it's great. It's great. This is why I bought the gaming PC, so I could power shop. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Getting so excited. I mean, it took like a couple of weeks to get to me, and I was like, oh, every day was just like a hardship. But when it came, I was like, oh, so excited, so giddy. One of the funny things was it came on a pallet, like clean filmed to this pallet, and it was just like there's one lone box on this pallet. It was ridiculous. I then figured out why, because the box weighs a ton, and I was like, maybe okay, you got some stuff in there that's weighing it down for packaging. Check out the packaging. It is actually the computer that weighs a ton. I have no idea what makes it so heavy. Being inside of it, everything is like it's computer pieces, but it must be the case. It's like it must be reinforced or something because it's heavy. Next picture. Again, it's a really good looking box. Like the black on white just really stands out. It looks like a really ominous box, like Intel and Alienware. The alien head on the side. People just know what it is. It's cool. And the handles. Luckily there's handles. Again, close-ups. Cat close-ups. I love my cat. But no, she was so curious, because cats, they're curious, right? No, I'm joking, the cat's super curious. She was really curious, and she actually just played in that box for several days. She had more fun than I did, I think. Again, so happy for the handles, because getting up the stairs was ridiculous by myself. But you do it, because it was like, oh, I wanted it so bad, so it's cool. Here, got it out, put it on the floor, great stuff. You can see here it's got like a little black stand, it stops it from toppling over if you pushed it. I've actually taken the black stand off and put it in the corner, like between my desk and the wall, so it's obviously not going to fall over. It's very hard to access, though, like say you can't take the side off and just have a look at it, have a little gander, but it's a lot more in the corner, out of the way, out of sight, out of mind, focus on the game, like gaming. This brings me to a sour note. The power supply lead here, it was like square on the back of this 1000 watt gold rated power supply. Great power supply, plenty for two GTX 980s, I'm sure. But if you look at this lead, like this non-square shaped lead, back at the square lead, yeah, funnily enough, like even the prongs are not even in the right direction. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so I got it, so excited, couldn't even play it, so I waited several days. Man, Dell customer service, it's kind of ridiculous. I was just like on the phone for ages, and it's like the particular department that I need to get a new lead, yeah, is only open between the hours of like 9 and 5. I work between 8:30 and 5. So, no, obviously I just bought myself, I researched, I became a connoisseur in kettle leads, researched it, found the right one, it's working, but thanks a lot, Alienware, Dell. Close up, 80 plus gold, would have been nice for platinum, but to be fair, it's their own proprietary power supply. Money shot, yep, looking pretty badass, like all on the side like that. So it's got a water cooled CPU thing going on, 2 GTX 980s. The thing I love the most though is that SLI finger. It glows, and it's like a little metal. It looks incredible. And you get these extra back plates as well on the GTX 980s, which then hook round. So like with the cable management, and you can take those back plates off and put them onto another graphics card if you wanted to, but it just looks really nice. It's pretty clean inside. One thing I might have asked for is like some sleeving on the cables. So like you can see there's like a cluster of red, blue, white, orange. It's kind of hideous if you ask me, but it's good, especially side on. Everything's slanted, airflow is pretty good. And I was a little bit upset at first because the cooler on it is probably about 120 meter radiator. It's pretty small, and I was like I want like two fan equivalents, like 240, but that's actually great. That works fine. It's overclocked to 3.9, but that might be the turbo boost. I'm not sure. That's the way Dell labeled it in their description. But again, no worries. Plays everything so far. Apart from Batman. No. Again, close up with the two GTX 980s. It's just nice to stare at them. Yeah, they look pretty tasty. And again, just so much glowing green. One thing I had to go at was overclocking when I got the PC. it was quite hard to begin with. Like there's like a fair learning curve, but the internet is your friend, so it's good. At the moment, I've found like a pretty good medium for me. So this kind of runs most of my games without crashing, and I like tweaking it around and then just keep running 3D Mark and tweaking it in 3D Mark. And this is the highest I got it. So in the end, I'm pretty happy with this system. If I could go through it again and build something myself or buy this, I'd still buy this because I got it £1,000 off, which then brought it back into the region of making it yourself. So it was like there was no real difference for me cost wise. The spec is incredible. 6-core processor, DDR4 RAM, 2 graphics cards, which are pretty high-end graphics cards. Just bear in mind that when I got this, 2 weeks later, the 980 Ti's came out, so I was a little bit upset. That's what it is. Again, love the machine. I think the first real PC moment that jumped out to me was when I was playing Alien Isolation in 4K, and all the lights were off, all the settings maxed out, and it was just incredible. Like there was a moment where like one of the pipes burst and all flames came out, and I was just there watching it like in awe, like this is what I paid for, and it's just really good. So I'm really enjoying PC gaming. Yes, there are quite a few downsides. Crashing every now and again. Again, that was usually down to me overclocking. One thing I will add is this particular setup works just fine. 4K, 2 GTX 980s. If I had a 1440p monitor, it would be, again, almost overkill. 1080p, definitely overkill. It's too good. You don't need it that highly spec'd. Are there any niggles? I'd say the one thing that kind of annoys me is if I haven't got my display turned on and I turn the computer on, it does not want to play ball. It freaks out and bleeps, like repeatedly bleeps at me, which is really strange. One niggle, it's fine. I've obviously figured out that I need my monitor to be on. Windows 10, the update didn't go very smoothly at first. I lost one of my GTX 980s, it just wouldn't show up. So I downgraded, gave it a few weeks, re-upgraded again, and it's been working fine so far. No problems. I even got a better benchmark on 3D Mark using Windows 10. Anyway, I hope this video has helped you guys with what it entails to be the proud owner of an Alienware. It's a good PC, it's well built, very well built, very sturdy. There's not much bloatware on it at all. Steam comes pre-installed. Any of you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments below and I'll get back to you. And thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one.